We have brand new badges in Home Assistant that can be placed at the top just like the old ones. They are allowing you to see the most important information at a glance without having you to look through the entire screen. Again, just like the old badges. But there are no more similarities, as the new Home Assistant badges can be customized by a lot right from the UI to fit your needs. You can choose if the icon, name and state are shown. You can drag and drop everything to put them in the order you like. There are also few more new exciting things that I'm about to show you in just a minute. First, if you have old style badges, you have a flying start because everything will be updated for you automatically after you update to Home Assistant 2024.8 or later, so you don't have to do anything special. But if you're a brand new Home Assistant badge user or an experienced one, here is what's new and how to actually use it. These are the old badges. This is how they looked before this latest update. You can add them from here. You have to edit your dashboard, then you have to click on the pencil and you have to go to the badges, and from here you just have to select the entity you wish to be shown as a badge. For example, what will be the best example? It doesn't matter actually, this one. And it will appear here and only the state and the name, entity name, will be shown and nothing else can be changed. Eventually it is possible to further customize these old badges using YAML by editing the row configuration, and you can find the badges here and you can add some stuff, but not a lot of things. On the other hand, if I go to the latest Home Assistant version where the badges are updated, I'll see the following. Same badges as here, but they are very tiny and highly customizable, as you're about to see. I'll click on the pencil button again. Register for my Home Assistant webinar, where we will talk about different Home Assistant installation types and their pros and cons. The webinar is completely free and you can reserve your spot from the link on your screen and in the video description. And look at that, guys, I can move them as I wish with drag and drop, and if I click on these little pencils I can change everything. I can select the entity as before and I can choose the appearance. I can show the entity picture and now I'll have my little icon here next to me. I can change the name, for example me. I can change the display type from minimal to standard to complete, and now I will see the name here. I also can change the color, I can change the icon, I can add the states I wanted to see. For example, last changed, last updated, and state. I can add all of these or I can remove them. I can also drag and drop these states and I'll leave it like that. Now I have one very beautiful badge right here that I can drag and drop. I can copy, duplicate and cut these, and this is how it is working. If I copy these and if I create a new view, for example test, and I can now paste from clipboard, and that is how I can paste this badge from this view to this view. I'll delete this just to show you that if there are no badges you just see this plus button, and if you click on this plus button you can create a badge from an entity as I just showed you, or you can manually type YAML code and you can also add it that way. Also, very important thing is that this is masonry view. This is the default and old style, and you can add badges here. I cannot move, I cannot drag and drop these cards right here because of this masonry view, but I can drag and drop the badges above without any issues. The best part is I can also add badges in drag and drop, the new sections view. the same way, exactly the same way. Here I don't have any badges, and if I click on the plus button, I can add my badges the same way as you saw before. I can change the tab behavior, I can change the look and feel from here as I just showed you. State is off, last changed, color, name, everything. I can change anything from here. I don't have any entity picture, and that is why the icon is shown, but I can make it minimal or complete, and I can save it. And this is the section view where I can change everything with drag and drop. This is the new view that it is going to be a default sooner or later. For now, the default view is this masonry view, which is out and stable and good working, but I think it is going to fade in the near future. One more important remark here is that you can set a visibility for your badges just like the sections in the new sections view. If I click again on the pencil button, and from this visibility tab I can add conditions. For example, show these badges only on desktop or white. And if I open this view on a mobile phone or a tablet, I will not see these badges. And I can of course do just the opposite. I can only view this on mobile phones, and now this should be gone when I click done. But if I open this from my mobile phone, I'll see the badge right here. Let me show you a quick condition that I like to often use about my entities. Not on every entity, but on most of them I use the following condition. For example, let's say I want to add my coffee machine as a badge. I'll click on the plus button, I'll select by entity, I'll search here for coffee machine, and I'll select this entity. Now I'll click on the pencil button to further edit this badge. I'll go to visibility tab and I'll add a condition. And now I want this state as a condition. So I'll display this badge only if the state of this entity is on. Let me show you. If the entity of the coffee machine is equal to on, then show this badge. So if this condition is true, that means if the coffee machine is on, the badge will be displayed on the top of my dashboard. Otherwise, it will be hidden. So let's test it. I'll click on save. Currently the badge is visible, but because I'm in edit state, and if I click on done, no badges are shown. If I turn on my coffee machine, the badge is immediately displayed. I'd like to add such a visibility condition on most of my devices that have a high energy consumption. That way I can track them better, so I can take actions if needed. I can further customize this to make it even more useful. I want to add the state last changed, and now I also want to make it complete. Coffee machine 2 minutes ago. And if, for example, I see that coffee machine is on for 30 minutes, there is a problem. You can track it that way. Of course, you can add many more badges with many more conditions, visibility conditions. You can add more than one condition, not only this. You can also add screen, you can also add user. For example, this can be only viewed by user X, your user, your admin user, and your not admin users will not see this badge. For example, you can do whatever you wish, which is very typical for the Home Assistant world. Custom badges are also supported, like the one from the Mushroom project called template badge, and you can use entity as a variable for the entity set on the badge. And this is where you can get more info how to use this functionality, and that is only needed if you want to further customize your badges. What I managed to understand from the blog posts and live streams about these new badges is that in the near future you'll be able to place these badges not only at the top but also in the sections, which is really great. Also great is my new and updated smart home glossary, which is full of smart home wisdom. You can download it right now. It is all free and you can see the link on your screen and in the video description. You're receiving a badge for staying until the end. I'm Kirill, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.